We're gonna go through how to pre-trip the rollback. So I want you to hood flipped over. These are the basic things that you guys need to know. Flip that hood. Things that you guys are supposed to check every single day. Now, any other coat that we can fire this thing up, I want to get the bed rolled back first. You guys got to learn the basics. You guys got to take care of your equipment. If you don't take care of your equipment, guess what? You can't make no money. You got to represent your company. This here is a big billboard. To whoever you work for, this is your billboard. This is who you representing. You representing Steps Touring right now. You representing American Touring or whoever your touring company is. This is who you represent. You should represent your company to the best of your abilities every day. Who knows how to pre-trip a truck? What do you do? Tell me what you do for your pre-trip. Where should you be? Where should you stand at the beginning of a pre-trip? Of all vehicles, where should you stand?
Front of your vehicle and look up under it.
At the beginning of the pre-trip, where should you stand?
The front of the vehicle, look up under it.
The front of the vehicle on any pre-trip that you do, you should stand right here. Why should you stand right here on the beginning of your pre-trip?
Make sure that you ain't got no fluid leaking.
Exactly. You stand right here, you look under there, you can see if you have anything that's leaking. Any oil, any coolant, you stand here, you can see what's going on. At the beginning of your pre-trip, you should stand right here. And then I always come to the left side. I start at the left side, then I walk myself around the vehicle. So explain to me, what do you do for your pre-trip? How do you do it? Come on, talk to the class.
Okay. First thing I'll do is I check for leaking fluids, anything hanging underneath. And then I'll come over here, and since I'm up here, I'll go ahead and I'll check my fluids. I'll do a visual inspection of my belt. I'll make sure there's nothing, cracked, fan shroud's intact. One of the guys that hit something last night that went up in there, a squirrel didn't go to sleep in it, whatever. Then I'm gonna go, myself, I go around the front, I check the tire here, I'll check the brakes. If they haven't been adjusted, I'll check the adjustment on the big wreckers. If I know that, it's been on a longer trip or it's been a while, I'm not sure, I'll go ahead and adjust it because it's fairly simple. All right, front wheel. I'll come around on this side. I usually just hit the tire, look at it visual, same thing, looking to make sure I don't have a hole in the reservoir. No chafed airlines, anything like that. Check my hoses here because I've seen them rub on tires, wrist randomly, it seems like. Maybe you'll have a spring eye bushing that's going bad in the older truck and you'll just touch that line with a tire. Come here and check my fuel tank. I look under my fuel tank, make sure nobody ran this up on something last night, put a hole in it. Come back here to the bed. Come back here, check my U-joint, and make sure that everything looks intact. I'll put my hands on them. If I felt something or noticed something, I'll probably put a bar on them. I'm looking at my airlines, I'm coming back, I'm looking at my hydraulic tank, being here. I'm gonna just kind of walk through here, I'm gonna look.
We're also gonna look at what are these here?
Bed locks, my bed lock.
We always gotta make sure our bed locks are not bent. Okay, we gotta make sure we check our bed locks. $550.
I'm looking at my frame just to see, obviously if I haven't felt anything, I'm just kind of doing a visual to see. Me personally, because I work on my trucks, I know a majority of them, but you always got somebody else operating them. So as an owner, I never know. Some of the guys are going to tell you something happened, some of them are not. So I'm just doing a visual inspection to make sure, just to be honest, this class is, I've been to some other classes, this class is more real world than some I've been to. And the real world is somebody might have done something stupid in that truck last night and left it for the next man. I'm gonna check my rear tires. I like to hit them. Check all my airlines back here. I'm checking my bags, make sure nothing, the bags are not cracked or the seat's not on an older truck rusted off or come out, anything like that. Checking this rear U-joint, airlines, hoses, hydraulic lines. Make sure my mud flaps connected, and I'm going to walk around the other side and work back with the truck to do basically the same thing.
The exact same thing he done on this side, you do on that side. And this is very important that, especially you just starting out, you got a brand new truck and you're starting out, you haven't even been on the road yet, right?
No.
So these are the things that you need to check every single day. At the end of the day, if you don't check these things, it's gonna start coming out of your left pocket.
Yeah.
Then DOT will be up on you and he'll see issues. You don't want that. DOT like to see clean trucks. They don't really pull you over. They see a clean truck, they won't bother you. That guy's taking care of his equipment. You know what I mean? So sometimes you gotta hit that blue beacon, a streaking beacon, or the truck wash somewhere, or wax on, wax off.
I
Yes,
did a PSA video with the state of Florida, FDOT, and one of the things we did talk about that would keep you from getting pulled over is when they roll by and they see 8 points and they see a clean truck, I'm not even gonna mess with that guy. He went the extra mile, his truck's pretty, I'm just gonna drive by him. I ain't got time to be messing with somebody that's doing it the right way. So Bo is 100% right. If your truck's clean and you got the vehicle strapped down correctly, they could care less about you. They're worried about the guy with the 2 straps in the dirty truck, or the 1 strap and no safety chains. That's who's getting pulled over.
And that's the key. That's the key. You know, I see all the time people on Facebook and not having safety chains on. They call them Bluetooth safety chains. Everybody think it's a joke, but it's not a joke. You don't want to give them the opportunity to pull you over. One, time is money, right? So if dispatch got another call for you to run, you get pulled over by DOT and they do a full inspection, you're talking 45 minutes to an hour to finish a complete inspection. At that point, I don't care what truck you buy, brand new off the line. If that thing pulled out of any dealership, DOT will find something wrong with it. There's going to be an air leak. There's going to be something wrong with it. So you don't want to give them that opportunity, to give them that reason to pull you over and slow you down. Okay? And then your scores get too bad. You don't want them coming here into your property, going through your company, all right? So just take care of your equipment, man. You know, these owners spending, these trucks used to be $100,000 now. Now you buy a rollback now, it's $160,000, $170,000 just for a rollback. So that's a big investment. So we put you guys in these trucks. We want you guys to take care of them at the end of the day, all right? So now,